Michael was a charismatic and fun-loving father who never turned down a good time. His free-spirited lifestyle was infectious, but it also came at a cost. Michael had lost sight of his finances and was living beyond his means. The stress of it all was starting to take a toll on his family, and Michael knew that he had to make some changes. One day, Michael received a call from his landlord, and his world came crashing down. His rent was overdue, and he was on the brink of getting evicted and losing his family's home. The fear of being homeless was overwhelming, and Michael's emotions got the best of him. He couldn't bear the thought of his wife and kids suffering because of his poor financial management skills. He knew he had to make a change, but he didn't know where to start. Does it sound familiar? We understand that managing finances as a father can be increasingly challenging, and we want to help. In this video, we provide tips and guidance to help fathers thrive financially. We hope that our insights will be valuable and make a positive impact on your financial well-being as a father. Let's first start by reminding you why finance is important for fathers. Whether you're a father or not, managing your finances is essential for long-term stability and success. It allows you to achieve your goals, provide for yourself and your family, and create a secure future. Research shows that fathers are often the primary breadwinners in their households, making financial management all the more important. That's why it's crucial for fathers to take an active role in their finances and ensure they're making the best decisions for their family's financial health. In order to effectively manage your finances, it's essential to first adopt the right mindset. This means recognizing that as a father, you likely have a strong desire to provide for your family and ensure their well-being. However, it's also important to recognize that your own financial health is equally important. To prioritize your financial well-being, it's important to make informed decisions that benefit both you and your family in the long term. This may require taking steps to budget and save money, investing in your future, and avoiding unnecessary expenses or debts. By making these choices, you can ensure that you are able to provide for your family while also securing your own financial future. With that being said, here are the 6 essential tips on how to quickly turn around your finances as a busy father. With each tip, we'll tell you what to do, why it matters, when to use it, and even throw in some examples on how to make it happen. So let's dive in. Tip 1. Set realistic goals and prioritize them. Writing down your financial goals is an important step in achieving them, but it's not enough to simply list them. You need to prioritize them according to importance. Start by setting both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals may include paying off debt or saving for a family vacation, while long-term goals may include saving for retirement or your child's education. Once you've identified your goals, prioritize them by assigning each one a level of importance. Focus on the goals that are most important to you and that will have the greatest impact on your financial future. Don't forget to make your goals realistic and achievable. Setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and disappointment. On the other hand, setting realistic financial goals helps to focus your energy and resources on what's important to you and your family. By prioritizing your goals, you can break them down into smaller, more manageable steps, making them less overwhelming. Setting realistic goals is helpful for a busy father who wants to start taking control of his finances and improve his overall financial situation. This tip is particularly useful for fathers who may feel overwhelmed or unsure about how to approach their finances. Let's go back to Michael's story. Michael had to turn around his financial situation and started by setting realistic financial goals and prioritizing them. He first identified short-term goals like paying off credit card debt, house rent, and saving for a family vacation, as well as long-term goals like saving for his child's education and contributing to his retirement fund. Tip 2. Create and stick to a budget. Creating a budget is one of the most important skills you need to have to take control of your finances. First, start by tracking your income and expenses. This will help you understand where your money is going and where you can make cuts. Next, create a budget that aligns with your financial goals. Your budget should include all of your income and expenses, including fixed expenses like rent or mortgage payments, as well as variable expenses like groceries and entertainment. Try to stick to your budget by tracking your spending regularly and adjusting it as needed. Use tools like budgeting apps or spreadsheets to make it easier to track your spending and stay on track. Creating and sticking to a budget helps you to be mindful of your spending and can prevent you from overspending. It also helps you to track your progress toward your financial goals. It is particularly helpful when you're trying to reduce debt, save for a big purchase, or when you want to have a better understanding of where your money is going. Michael and his wife created a budget that includes all of their monthly expenses, including mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, family vacations, children's education fees, and entertainment expenses. They tracked their spending and adjusted their budget as needed to stay on track with their financial goals. Tip 3. Build an emergency fund. Start by setting a goal for how much you want to save. A good rule of thumb is to save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your emergency fund to make saving easier. An emergency fund can help you to weather unexpected financial storms, like job loss, medical bills, or car repairs, without dipping into your savings or going into debt. This tip is helpful for any unforeseen expenses that come up. Michael built an emergency fund to prepare for unexpected expenses. He set a goal to save 6 months' worth of expenses and populated his savings by setting up automatic transfers from his checking account to his emergency fund when his car unexpectedly broke down 3 months later. Even then, he was able to cover the expense without dipping into his savings or going into debt. Tip 4. Pay yourself first. Saving for the future should be a priority, and paying yourself first is a powerful way to achieve your financial goals. Save a portion of your income before paying your bills or spending money. To pay yourself first, start by determining how much you want to save. Aim to save at least 10% of your income, but more is always better. This tip is for long-term thinking. By setting aside a portion of income for savings before paying bills, fathers can build a strong financial foundation and achieve long-term financial goals. This is particularly helpful when you're trying to save for retirement or other long-term financial goals. Michael struggled to find the time and motivation to consistently contribute to his retirement account. That is, until he learned about the Pay Yourself First strategy. He decided to set up a portion to be transferred from his paycheck to his retirement account every month before paying his bills or other expenses. With each passing month, he watched his retirement account balance grow and he felt more and more confident. Tip 5. Avoid debt as much as possible. Debt can be a major source of stress and financial burden. Try to pay for things in cash or with a debit card and avoid using credit cards unless necessary. To avoid debt, start by creating a budget and sticking to it. Cut back on unnecessary expenses and look for ways to save money. When you do use credit, pay off the balance in full each month to avoid interest charges. Debt can quickly spiral out of control and can be a major source of stress and financial burden. By avoiding debt as much as possible, you can reduce your financial stress and live within your means. Michael finally learned about the importance of living within his means. He got rid of all his credit cards and started paying for things in cash or with his debit card, avoiding credit cards unless absolutely necessary. This allowed him to keep a close eye on his spending and avoid the pitfalls of debt. With a debit card, Michael was able to see the funds used for purchases being immediately deducted from a linked bank account. This helped him to stay within the budget, since his family could spend only the funds available in his bank account. Tip 6. Spend smart. Spending smart means making a conscious and focused effort to spend money on things that bring value and joy to your life within your budget and not others. Prioritize experiences over material possessions. Consider spending money on things like travel, concerts, or family outings instead of buying things that will quickly lose their value. Spending smart means being intentional with your money and making sure it aligns with your values, goals, and happiness. It can help you avoid impulse purchases and overspending, which can lead to financial stress and debt. Try this tip if you want to maintain a high quality of life while still being mindful of your spending. Michael loved to spend great time with his family, but now he also wanted to be smart with his money. Instead of buying expensive things, he prioritized saving up for family vacations. He researched affordable travel options and took advantage of travel rewards programs to save money. By prioritizing experiences over material possessions, Michael was finally able to maintain a high quality of life while still being financially responsible. So, what do you think of these 6 financial tips for dads? Are you feeling pumped to take charge of your finances? To make sure you crush your financial goals, here are some recommended steps to help you get started today. 1. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to track your income and expenses. 2. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. 3. Review your expenses regularly and look for areas where you can cut back. 4. Read books, listen to podcasts, and attend seminars to learn more about managing your money. Being a busy father doesn't mean you have to neglect your finances. By taking on these tips and leveling up your mindset, you can totally dominate your finances, no matter what your job is. And remember that it's never too late to start owning your financial future and building a better life for you and your family. So what are you waiting for? Let's crush it and take action today.